Y'all, if Jay-Z thought Ramir was the only surprise seed popping up, he might want to sit down for this one, because now Leticia Meser is back, louder and bolder than ever, claiming to be his daughter.
Has multiple sclerosis. I've been hearing that Jay-Z was my father all my life. There's no way that he can deny anything, especially when people were there that know him. And we was there, he just looked at me and he was like, yeah. DeHaven was in my living room. He was talking to my mom. I was gonna leave it alone. They brought me one of those ancestry tests. Finally, I get some type of answers. He knows that I exist.
And sis is not holding back. Leticia, who says she has multiple sclerosis, is reportedly done staying quiet. She's naming names, recalling meetings, and bringing receipts. "I've known my whole life that Jay-Z is my father," she said. "He looked me dead in the eye like he knew. DeHaven was in our living room talking to my mom." Word on the street is Leticia is spiraling right now, and it's allegedly because Jay-Z cut ties with her and her mother, who's now wheelchair-bound. Reports claim Leticia signed an NDA after Jay-Z allegedly bought her a house. So the big question is, has the hush money run out? Because Leticia is talking again, and this time, she's got backup and might be ready to go public in a big way. Let's rewind. Back in 2020, Leticia posted a bombshell to Instagram. "I've stayed silent too long. Everyone in my city knew he was my father. I raised 4 kids, including twins, while juggling school and 2 jobs." According to her, she was born in 1990 after her mom, Lisa, met Jay-Z through Lisa's sister. The sister even confirmed the story on Facebook, saying, "I introduced them. We hung out all the time, drinking, smoking, playing cards. Then Lisa got pregnant and we tried contacting Rockefeller. They shut us down like we were just groupies." Leticia has always said she wasn't after fame or a check, just closure. But the narrative shifted when insiders, including Jay's former friend Oshino, claimed Jay did step up quietly. Oshino said Jay-Z allegedly bought Leticia a house in Cambridge, Maryland, paid her bills, but banned her from posting photos of him in the house. Real hush-hush energy. Reportedly, there was even a clause in the NDA that barred her from attending major industry events or speaking publicly about their connection. Now, fast forward to today, Jay allegedly isn't coming through like he used to. Leticia reportedly feels abandoned, especially now that her mom's health has declined, and Oshino is calling Jay out for ghosting her. "If you even suspect a kid might be yours and you've got $1 billion, get a damn test," he said. "If your wife doesn't get it, she can go." That comment hit hard, and the internet lit up. And that's where things get messy, because folks believe Beyonce might be behind the cold shoulder. They say if she can ice out her own half-siblings,
has multiple sclerosis. I've been hearing that Jay-Z was my father all my life. There's no way that he can deny anything, especially when people were there that know him. And we was there, he just looked at me and he was like, yeah. DeHaven was in my living room. He was talking to my mom. I was gonna leave it alone. They brought me one of those ancestry tests. Finally, I get some type of answers. He knows that I exist.
Well, I think it's this. Her mom's sick in a wheelchair. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is, if it's a possibility somebody my kid and I've got $1 billion, even if I got 20 million, come on, let's go take this, find out. I mean, and you're rich now if you are. It's simple. Like, if I got a wife that don't understand that, she can roll. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, that's the difference. The way I think about my kids and how somebody else famous.
What's stopping her from doing the same to Jay's alleged kids? Let's not forget Beyonce's dad, Matthew Knowles, had a baby with Coy's mom, Takoya Branscombe, and denied it until a DNA test forced his hand. He did the same with Nixon and left the kid and his mom in a homeless shelter. Nixon's mom even said Bey bought a house just 10 miles from their trailer and still acted like the boy didn't exist. So if Beyonce won't claim her own siblings, is she blocking Jay from doing the same with his? And Ramir, He's still fighting in court to get Jay-Z to take a paternity test. He says he's been stonewalled at every turn, and his godmother, Dr. Lily, claims Beyonce played a role in that.
When you told Matthew Knowles that you were pregnant with his child, how did he react?
Very much, well, you can't get pregnant by me. You know, it can't be my child. Can't deny it once DNA test comes out 99.9% that you are the father.
All single ladies, all single ladies.
Has multiple sclerosis. I've been hearing that Jay-Z was my father all my life. There's no way that he can deny anything, especially when people were there that know him. And we was there, he just looked at me and he was like, yeah. DeHaven was in my living room. He was talking to my mom. I was gonna leave it alone. They brought me one of those ancestry tests. Finally, I get some type of answers. He knows that I exist.
Well, I think it's this. Her mom's sick in a wheelchair. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is, if it's a possibility somebody my kid and I've got $1 billion, even if I got 20 million, come on, let's go take this, find out. I mean, and you're rich now if you are. It's simple. Like, if I got a wife that don't understand that, she can roll. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't understand. Like, that's the difference. The way I think about my kids and how somebody else thinks.
Beyonce's thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Ramir needs to go away little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there with the song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property. Somebody came to my property in the evening time and had a conversation about trying to get in through the back door.
According to them, Jay transported Ramir's mother across state lines when she was 16. That's serious. Even worse, they claim someone fired at Ramir after he filed suit. Intimidation, NDAs, legal games, this story has it all. But there's more. Ramir and Leticia allegedly tried to connect. They both took ancestry tests, and Ramir says they were in contact for a while before Leticia suddenly ghosted him. Why? Probably the NDA. But with Jay allegedly pulling support and her mom's condition worsening, Leticia may not have a reason to stay silent anymore. Rumors say she has saved voicemails, emails, and even a photo of Jay-Z at her childhood birthday party, allegedly taken when she was around 3 years old. If that evidence drops, it's going to be a PR nightmare. Sources claim she's even working with an independent documentary filmmaker to tell her full story, unfiltered and uncensored. And it's not just about Jay-Z's image anymore. It's about the legacy, about truth. If these kids are his and he's been ducking tests for decades, that's not just messy. That's potentially career-shaking.
Beyonce's thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Ramir needs to go away little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there with the song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property. Somebody came to my property in the evening time and had a conversation about trying to get in through the back door.
Have you ever contacted the girl who claims to be Jay-Z's daughter? Because I think that lady suggested to you, the podcast host, she said that you could perhaps source DNA from her and do a test that way. Was that ever pursued?
Yes, I actually talked to her a couple times. Leticia, I actually was talking to her a couple years ago. Everything was seeming great, we was communicating, and then the communication just stopped. I don't know what happened. I can't speak on her behalf, but whatever happened, the communication stopped. But we was talking. We did take an ancestry test. I took an ancestry test, and whatever happened with it, I sent it back, sent all the results back, and we never got anything. I did put that in one of my interviews from Ancestry.com. So I did take a test with Leticia. I don't know what happened with it or where it's at, but this is something I did, and everything I'm telling you guys is the truth. I can get on a lie detector test and you guys, anything you want me to do, but I don't know why she stopped talking to me. She just did, so.
especially if legal action follows. Imagine if all three, Ramir, Leticia, and even Malik, joined forces. The headlines, the court cases, the media frenzy. It would be undeniable. At that point, even Beyonce couldn't keep the lid on it. And there's buzz that Leticia's next move could be explosive: an interview, a lawsuit, or even a tell-all book. One of her relatives allegedly said she's tired of feeling like a secret. She's done playing nice. So here we are, standing on the edge of another Carter family scandal. The internet is watching. Fans are choosing sides. And the silence from the Carters? It's deafening. Is Leticia about to light the match, or will this story be buried again by lawyers and NDAs? One thing's for sure, this family drama is far from over. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Is this about justice, or just the calm before the storm?